Hi, it's Alison from Pathlesstrodden. Welcome to my new home. What do you think of my view? I couldn't resist coming out here this morning to talk to you about your dreams, because it's really apt for me to be here, because it's my dreams that have brought me to this place, this amazing new home. So, I want to start by asking you, were you one of those kids who was told off for looking out the window at school? I wasn't. I was usually looking at the teacher. You see, I've never been a natural dreamer, and you can kind of understand why. Because dreaming gets a pretty bad rap. It's looked down on for being indulgent or a waste of time, and we're looked down on for doing it or even told off. But through the changes that I've made in my own life, and through the work that I do as a life coach, I've come to learn that dreaming is absolutely fundamental to success. Every one of my own changes, losing half my body weight, breaking out of the corporate world, building my business, moving to Italy, they've all come about directly through me allowing myself to dream. And I want to explain to you in 3 points in this video exactly what dreaming has to do with achieving, and why it's vital for you to engage in dreaming if you want to change any aspect of your life, if you want success. So in my first point, I want to dig in a little bit to that word success, and I want to ask, what separates truly successful people? What sets them apart? I believe it's that they don't quit. They have hurdles to climb over, just like you and like me, but they don't give up. They persist. And I want to give you an amazing example of persistence. And it's by the author of this book, Feel the Fear But Do It Anyway, Susan Jeffers. When Susan was trying to get this book published, she received rejection letter after rejection letter. And one of them said, and I quote, "Princess Diana could be riding naked through central London, handing out this book for free, and yet still no one would read it." Imagine receiving that feedback on your work. You'd want to give up, right? But Susan didn't. She persisted. And not only did she go on to sell 15 million copies of this book, but she also changed thousands and thousands of people's lives, mine included. Persistence comes from motivation. You can't achieve anything unless you're motivated. Successful people are motivated. So in my second point, I want to explain to you where you can get that motivation from. And it's from identifying and engaging with something that you love. Something that makes you go woohoo and whoop for joy when you think about it. That will give you the excitement. That will lead to your motivation and give you the ability to keep going so you can overcome those hurdles. So let's do an experiment while you're watching. First of all, I want you to think of something that you should do. So maybe it's go to the gym, clean up that cupboard under the stairs, go and see your mother-in-law. And tell me, how excited do you feel about it out of 10? 3, 4, I'm thinking. So if you're 3 out of 10 excited about it, you're going to give it 30% effort. Now, think of something that you would love to do. You know, maybe it's learn how to fly, travel to Africa. How excited do you feel about that out of 10? When you find something that you're 10 out of 10 excited about, you will give it 100% effort. So, in my third point today, I want to connect the dots back to dreams for you and explain to you how to access that excitement that will give you the motivation to change. And it's by connecting with your dreams. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's not as easy as it sounds. You know, I speak to people every day who know that they could be and do so much more. But when I try and get them to tell me about their dreams, they struggle. And you might struggle. And that's because we've been trained to think about the sensible option. You know, the best available option. We've been trained not to set our sights too high for fear of failure and disappointment. We've been trained to be more tuned in to what we think we should do than what we actually want to do. And we've been trained to listen to everyone else who've all been ground down by the points that I've just shared with you. Step beyond these things. They hinder you getting what you truly desire. You know, if I'd engaged with the best available option when I wanted to leave software support on Microsoft, I'd have taken a job in the entertainment wing of Microsoft. You know, I'd have still got the benefits, the salary, the high-profile role that I was used to, that security. I wouldn't have gone after and got the job that I really wanted. That catapulted me into the heady world of music industry London that I so loved. If I'd have done what everyone else had told me when I wanted to move from Empoli down to Lake Trasimeno here in Italy, I'd have looked for a local language school and carried on teaching English. Instead, I took the leap of faith to work full-time on my business. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to get it off the ground so spectacularly as I have done since my move. I've achieved what I want because I've allowed myself to dream. I've got excited. That's given me the motivation, the persistence that has led directly to my success. If you know you could be and do so much more, I want to tell you now about an exciting opportunity for you to come here and join me in my home in the beautiful Italian countryside. Look around you. This is a space to dream. I want you to come here, reconnect with your passions, work with me in person to make a plan to bring your passions and your dreams into your life. And whilst you're doing that, be refreshed, feel renewed and be inspired by everything around you. My Meet the Real You retreat here in Italy is happening from June the 14th to the 17th this year, and I have just 4 spaces because I want to make sure I work intensely with everyone coming. And at the moment there's an early bird offer on the retreat which can save you the equivalent of £170. And also I've packed in so many special bonuses into the retreat because I want to ensure that the support that you receive here, the transformation that you have here, you can take with you into your own life and make real change. I want you to change your world. You can see all the exciting details of the retreat at www.pathlesstrodden.com/meet-the-real-you. Take a look, and if you think you'd like to be one of my 4, if you think you'd like to come here, drop an email to me at meettherealyou@pathlesstrodden.com. I look forward to meeting you, hopefully, in June.